Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4, and today it's our final thoughts on the incredible Clinic game, the rarest Kickstarter you will ever see. So Lipstickpaddy's been following this so much and it's one close to his heart, so Lipstickpaddy, please take it away. Alright peeps, it's final thoughts on the rarest game of Kickstarter. Okay. Clinic Deluxe, if you didn't see my original video, it's basically a board game about Theme Hospital on the PC, but more simulation. Not really funny, but really kind of cool. It's like one of the best thematic Euro games ever. It really is. And if you like designing your own hospital and running it and bringing lots of different kind of patients in, pregnant women, and elderly, expanding your hospital onto multiple floors. Oh yes, this is a Euro game with a thematic through every choice you make. So cool. Now the biggest controversial part of when I did my original video is, well, you couldn't get your hands on the original game. But that's since been addressed, and there are some CEO pledges, which is like the big pledge. Also, you can get like the 4th extension and the COVID-19 extension in here as well. You just got to add this extra to your pledge, which I did. And but those that have first edition or have come from the before Kickstarter from a couple of years ago, they're coming here mainly for the 2nd and 3rd extension, which is looking beautiful. Tool artwork. There was a bit of outcry in the comments about, well, I wouldn't say outcry, it was like people asking for a bigger box, and it's like Alban Viard here, the designer, he's like a one-man show, so he likes the idea of it, and but he's like, might have to come in the next Kickstarter, so, and most people, backers are kind of happy with that. They're kind of, yeah, okay, we understand. Like Museum Kickstarter did that. They brought out a really big box for the second Kickstarter of Museum, which I backed just for the box. So I had no problems about backing for a box if I want to put it all in. But the way the Clinic is here, the more extensions you put in, the more complex it is. My understanding is the original Clinic, you can put the first extension in no problem, but 2nd and 3rd might be a bit more deep if you're bringing in somebody new. Anyway, so you can't say this is retail because it never has gone to retail. It never will go to retail. It is a Kickstarter through and through. And my God, has it blown me away. Now, some of the videos, like on Radho, he had like the first edition of it when it was rare at Essen. But when it came back to Kickstarter and did the first Kickstarter, it was kind of like a deluxe edition, and that's when it had the Ian O'Toole artwork, and it looked fabulous. Now, good news though, we are promised an insert as well with the big box in the future, but that's kind of future. Now, disappointingly, we've only had 2 updates from the project. We'll quickly go to the updates, and in the updates, he's just talking about the punch board, which is kind of an odd one. Here you can see a few quotations for a big box, and he'd love to see an insert as well for all the big extensions that have been released, but it like I said, it's going to come in the second one. There is I'm not too interested about the COVID-19 expansion. In fact, I'd rather forget about COVID-19, but that is there to add on if you really want to, and some of your funds do go to the research of the campaign, which is that really necessary. But I am going to go for the other expansion, which we'll see when we go down the main page. So yeah, box art's looking cool, and I think the base game that you can get with the CEO pledge and the first expansion, 2nd and 3rd, will look really nice on the shelf together. They like line up like books, really cool. And yeah, it's bringing in a solo and a multiplayer campaign book, which is going to be really nice. That's kind of like something unique to this Kickstarter. I like the idea of a campaign about, you know, what's going to happen in the hospital, where you're going to need a campaign to go through. Or this might just be introducing players into rules and adding rules as you go. We don't really know much about how the campaign's going to run, but it certainly sounds great. Radho even put this in the top 10 of his top 10 of all-time Euro games, and I think it was the only one in his top 10 with a theme. So, and if you like the idea of theme hospital, then wow, this is what really pulled me into the game. I love the detail of all the cards and stuff, and man, I looked at every video about it and I fell in love with it, and I'm so glad that Dev pulled out some more CEO pledges. You can see here, new source of patients coming in. Babies, burn victim, critical patients, unclassified patients. Who are they? Campaign book, 3 campaign modes to learn and teach the game. There you go. And dozens of combinations of modules and expansions. So you might be adding certain things in certain campaigns, stuff like that. So yeah, pretty cool. This is all kind of updated new actually from the original Kickstarter. And I don't know if you like this mega zoomed in look that I've got for this new video, but hey, we're trying to change things up here. And it is Saturday night here. We've been busy this week updating the studio outside. I may show a picture of the painting I've been doing of the studio on the end of month show. But hey, there we go. All right. Now, these are quite nice, these helicopter meeple pieces, aren't they? And they're just throwing them in here. Book is in 3 parts, normal mode, medium mode, expert mode. Just showing you some kind of the tiles you're getting. Nice there's a solo game coming in though, I do like that. These is kind of what are coming in the 2 extensions, but they're both like big extension boxes with tons of new stuff coming in. You can just see how much stuff you get for both of them, and this is what I really love about it. Some new stuff that I found out then is, I'm gonna go down. Yes, keep going past all these pledges. This is the CEO one coming up. Have we got a CEO in here? We don't. We don't. Oh, here it is, the big pack, they've called it here. It's called the CEO pledge on the right. Let's go down and have a look at it. You have to go right down. CEO, the big pack number 3. There's 36 of them left. I am backed on it, but I'm not logged in here for some reason. It's because I'm not using Microsoft Edge. I'm using this because it's becoming bigger, this new Explorer pack we're doing. But yeah, we're in here. We're one of these. There was three of these. The original one went super quick. The second one was so little it went very quick as well. And the third one here, 36 left. So it's still pretty rare, but it's better than it was at the beginning because, yeah, 120 flew out the gate. And then the second pack came out and that flew out the gate. Bloody hell, 150. And yeah, 250. So yeah, that's been really good. So yeah, if you've been following it, you can back it now for CEO Pledge for the perfect Euro game. And add-ons then, just want to quickly talk about this. The 4th extension here, you can just see it's very tiny. It's like a little thin extension. This was planned for Essen 2020, cancelled because of COVID, and it's going to add basement tiles. It actually says this here. Basement tiles and some stuff you can build in your basement. So it is really nice, and I am definitely getting this. It's $25 though, as like an add-on, including the shipping though. So yeah, this is going to fit straight into the base game as another level. So yeah, very, very cool. in the basement, you can kind of build things like a boiler, I think, if I remember, and some kind of quiet rooms down there. It is really nice. Now, international things were kind of added. You can see the small team on it, but it's basically Alban Viard's baby, and Todd Sanders has been working on it as well. You know, Tool is an Irish illustrator. Works in Australia. Do you know there's more Irish people living outside of Ireland than in it? And I'm an Irish man living in Mexico. So yeah, I'm adding, we're all expats. But yeah, he's becoming almost the master of Euro games, isn't he? By dressing them up. And he's done an amazing job here. Who are we looking at here? Todd Sanders, where is his name? Todd Sanders, is he working on the solo mode? I'm not sure. It's kind of, what is he doing on the project? Graphic designer, but that's too. Is he publishing the game? No, because it's Kickstarter exclusive. It doesn't tell me what he's doing. Anyway. Shipping those fairly decent, and that's another thing. There's going to be unfortunately, I said this in the first campaign, but there's going to be no pledge manager, unfortunately, and shipping is going to be added to your pledge, which kind of sucks, right? But like I said, due to its rarity, you've got to kind of come on here all in and just pay bang out of the gate. So so there is that. With no pledge manager, you can't upgrade your pledge, you can't add add-ons in the pledge manager, you can't balance the books or anything. You've got to have the money in the bank ready to go, and it's pushed my other Kickstarters to $1 pledges, but hey, sometimes you've got to do that, haven't you, right? And this month I paid for Frosthaven, and I paid for Freedom 5. Yeah, Freedom 5 finally got paid, got on the pledge for that, as it was one of my biggest disappointments of 2020. Was failing to pledge for that as a big mistake on my behalf, but hey, finally got in late pledge with that, so we're talking like, wow, this month's already hit like $500 or something like that, but I don't mind pushing it for this game because it's so rare, and to look at what you're getting, and whenever the next Kickstarter comes out, it will be for a different game, we understand, and I'll get the big box when there and then. So yeah, awesome sauce. Alban Viard done an amazing game here. I've got more excited from my initial video just by learning more and more of the game, and I really think if you love Euros, you love thematic Euros, even though they're rare, this one, oh my god, how can it not warrant being in your collection? Just looks fantastic. It really does look cool, and fairly easy to teach because everything's thematic and makes sense about what's going on. So yeah, very, very cool. Absolutely recommend it. I am heart and soul in on this game. It has reduced some games to $1, like I said, and I just can't wait for it to come. When are you coming, mister? September 2021, so it is coming out. Production will happen fairly soon anyway, as soon as the Kickstarter ends and money's collected and all that jazz. But look at the table presence, look at the size of your board. Your board will get bigger when you add floors and add the basement to it, so this is just a 2-floor early base game here. First extension, you put an extra floor on. The fourth extension, put a basement on, so it's getting more bigger, and you got to build parking lots and all this stuff for getting more doctors and patients coming in and all this. Wonderful, it really is. Anyway, that's my final thoughts on Clinic Deluxe. Get in on here. The CEO pledge is waiting for you. It's still limited, but if it does sell out, hang around, because people might drop out for the fact that you got to pay for it, and with funds and all that. Because if you go in the comments, there's kind of a lot of people dropping out because of this reason. So it is what it is. And like I said, it's like a one-man show putting it on Kickstarter, but he's done an amazing job with showing the Kickstarter here, and you just got to applaud the dream game, the pièce de résistance of Alban Viard. And wow, it's been my pleasure to bring my final thoughts for Clinic Deluxe after all the research and videos I've watched, and oh my god, I'm still hot for this title. and I hope you watch this video and get a final chance to back this project. So, wow, Clinic! They're going to be the best Eurogame on my shelf that will eclipse Viticulture. Yes, you will. Now, on that bombshell, thank you so much for watching. Please give it this video a thumbs up or a down vote if you don't like me. Why are you even watching this? Goodness gracious. Leave a comment down below about what you think about the game. Are you still on the fence? Were you happy you got in a pledge? And yeah, what are your thoughts? Well, anyway, be part of the conversation if you will. I've been your host, Lipstickpaddy. You've been watching Kickstarter Radio 102.4. You take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.